just wanted to take a minute to thank everybody for all your prayers and your love with my dad's passing this past week, and with your patience for me getting out my intuitive astrology star signs or my weekly wake up. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart. And having said that, let's now focus on your sign of Taurus, born April 20th to May 20th. What can you expect for the month of December 2019? Let's tune in and find out. So there's just this excitement of work and what you've accomplished, and an appreciation. So I feel like there's this body of work that you've been working on, and it's really served you, and you're finally completing it. In fact, we do have a full moon in Gemini, December 11th, that might see you finishing or pushing to deadlines to get some things completed. But I do see you getting it done with the focus and with the energy. And there's a lot of pride that comes in, and excitement that comes in, and appreciation for whatever that project was, that you saw it to the end. So it's really good. Now, if you somehow didn't know, that there's a new moon solar eclipse December 25th in South America and here in the US. And then it happens on the December 26th for the rest of the world. And that new moon solar eclipse are new beginnings, sudden new beginnings, right? And there is next month, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer, January 10th. So if you didn't finish whatever I'm talking about, it may just be a done deal that January 20th, because whatever happens with that new moon solar eclipse may just eclipse the ending of whatever it is you're working on, and you're off to something new. So absolutely do your best to finish, to complete. You know, if you're working on a manuscript, or if you're working on a book, you're working on, a project, just make a decision already. End it, right? Be done with it, because my concern for you is that this new thing is going to eclipse the old. And if you're not done with it, it's just going to, I don't know what will happen with it. But the bottom line is finish it, make it good enough, be satisfied, be grateful, because that's what I was seeing. I was seeing this sense of satisfaction, but I was also seeing that you want to dig a little bit more. You want to work a little bit more. Just be careful that you don't drag it into the new year, because we've got that new sudden ending, that eclipse, that full moon lunar eclipse happening on January 10th. So best case scenario, finish it here in early mid-December. Worst case scenario, finish it, by the first of the year, or maybe that first week in January. But then don't look back, because this new thing that can happen. Now, granted, eclipses can happen out for 6 months, right? So it could be that there's a slower shift and slower adjustment period that could happen. But usually when there's sudden new beginnings, who doesn't love a new beginning? Because it's new and it's fun, and all the energy comes with that new beginning to complete the whole project. That's why you have so much energy to stay up all night. And that's why those of you that are finishing projects like, oh my God, this is such a pain in the ass. Aren't we done yet? Right? Unless you're a Taurus who loves to work, or a Capricorn maybe. But anyway, I'm teasing, right? So the idea is, though, you have a lot to be proud of. Make your final decisions, make your final choices, be done with it, and be excited about this new beginning that's happening for you at the end of the month, and then moving into January and for all of next year. All right, you guys, let's look at specific for romantic relationships. Those of you in a coupled romantic relationship, if you're a Taurus, what's in store for you for the month of December? So let's see here. It just feels like a deeper connection within the two of you. I feel like your communication has improved over the last 6 months. There's a greater sense of stability inside of that heart energy for both of you. So definitely feels like there's an improvement in the area of communication in December that you're going to find. If you haven't seen it yet, look for it in December. There's a greater strength for it. Now, for those of you that are single Tauruses, what can you expect for December? Well, there's an incompletion within yourself that you're just feels like you're finally like bringing it closer to the heart and accepting it about yourself, so that you can now move forward. Whether it's a judgment you placed on yourself about an old relationship, or an infidelity, or a lack of faith or trust that you may have committed, or that may have been committed upon you, I feel like there's a healing that happens in that relationship, so that you are now ready to move forward in a better putting yourself in a better position for a new romantic relationship. And that new moon solar eclipse is going to really definitely help you. And that again projects into the new year. So you don't have to force the issue. You don't have to pick the first person that shows up. This could be finding your person sometime in this whole next cycle of 11 months, right? From this beginning December to November of next year. So just know that there's going to be some good people coming on, in your space. So just trust your heart and let go of any remaining remnants of, not finding love again, because that's gone. And there's this real depth that's wanting to be given to you. So you have to be open to it and allow it in, right? So this is a really powerful energy, and you won't be able to deny it, which I'm happy about, because you'll be able to actually feel that connection of deeper love that you deserve. Okay, let's move into money for Tauruses. What can you expect for money for December? So some of you maybe get a bonus that is unexpected. Either the amount of money is more, or the fact that you're even getting a bonus, or that the bonus is tied to something else in addition, like a trip or something. But there's a surprise with the bonus for those of you that were expecting bonuses. And those that you weren't expecting bonuses, you may get a bonus anyway, which is a surprise. Or it could come in a different area, such as your house sells, or you get a disbursement from a parent, or it could even be that something happens in the court system. It could be in the bonus of something that was unexpected. Immigration papers could come in, or things like that you weren't expecting. You're expecting it 6 months from now, and all of a sudden you get it now, or a passport, right? Or school loans that you weren't anticipating, or an acceptance letter that's like, wait, why am I getting this now, right? There's no accident, right? This is the month of miracles and magic, and so just know that anything can happen, and things can be escalated, and timeframes can be moved up. So maybe you were anticipating a move, and that move happens much sooner. So a lot of opportunities can show up with money and career that you weren't expecting, but it feels really good. Now, as far as career goes, for those of you that want, if there's a depth to your career, you could be getting a new position, a new title. You could be asked if you want to step into a new role that maybe you had never considered because you never felt like you had the proper education for it. Don't let that stop you, because so many times a lot of people take a new job and they don't know it. And there's a learning curve attached with it, and people expect that. So if you feel like you're inadequate, take the job anyway. Go for it. You can learn. You can get the knowledge. It's being offered to you. So you have it within you. You've attracted it. Don't turn it down. Accept it, right? Unless you have a different plan, unless you see yourself in a different way, then by all means, go that direction. Because this is really about you creating your destiny, you being able to attract what it is you want. And the universe is not only going to bring in those opportunities, but it's going to give you the ability to take advantage of it. So not only does it provide the open door, but then it gives you all the resources to actually make it happen. So this is like a really rare time in the universe that's going to be happening here with this new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. And the reason it's Capricorn, it's around work, right? Capricorn's work, and it's all about manifesting in the physical. So that's why there's such a physical energy with this particular new moon eclipse that's happening, because it's in that Capricorn energy, which has to do with the physical world, the physicality. So whether it's you've been working on your health or your physical body or a relationship, but it's tangible is my point. That's why it's going to be good for everybody. Okay, so let's move into the health for all of you Taurus. Let's see about your health. So it's really around throat. It's around, now, I had a friend who was an acupuncturist in Chinese medicine, and she always talked about that nape of the neck being an opening, right, for to come into your body. So just be aware, for those of you in the winter, make sure you're wrapping scarves around the back of your neck, because we're talking about your neck and about your voice and your ability to speak up and to do so with compassion, and at the same time being able to state your own fears and your own vulnerability. Which, a lot of Tauruses don't like to do. They don't like to be vulnerable. They don't like to seem or appear weak. And being vulnerable doesn't mean you're weak. It takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable. So for those of you that don't like to speak up, know that being vulnerable is a strength. And so I hope that you'll see that. But also from a health standpoint, take care of the throat, keep it warm, wear scarves, for the month of December, and just, keep that nape of the neck protected. Okay. All right, let's move into any surprises for Taurus. Let's see if there's any surprises for you guys. I just see you surrounded by family, and you may have some surprise visits from family. You may have some surprise visits from friends, and some of them will come bearing gifts filled with surprises. But it really feels like wrapped with your family, wrapped with love. And so it could even be that there have been maybe children that don't talk to each other, or siblings that don't talk to each other, that there's a healing that happens, and you're the first time the whole family's together again. It could be that type of Christmas, or it could be just the joy of seeing people who haven't talked in a long time, reconnecting. But it's really around your family and the joy and the miracles and the happiness that happened for you with your family this month. So really look for surprises there. And it could even be healing around friends, with maybe friends that haven't talked, but that are like family. So there's definite healing and friends, and letting go of the past and starting over. All right, you guys, have a wonderful new year. Thank you so much for staying with me and viewing and watching and having patience with me this year. And I wish you nothing but abundance and blessings for your holidays, for you and your family. And I look forward to supporting and serving you next year. And I still have my Get Dialed In program that I'm ready to launch here shortly, but with my dad's illness and passing, I needed to do it with a full heart, not a heavy heart. So just have some patience with me. It looks like we're going to be doing something shortly, and you will be informed. And if you don't know where to go to my website, peggyrometo.com, and get signed up. So you'll be able to be in the know when I'm in the know. All right. Have a wonderful 2020. And thank you for sharing and liking and viewing everything. And I'll see you again next year.